Warning for the people who did not watch Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Since I'm going to spoil some of the movies and give my personal opinion and my idea what's going to happen to the new movie. If you don't mind getting spoiled, watch my videos. If you do, don't tell me I did not warn you to begin with. Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube video. Let me tell you what's my personal thought while watching Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Boy, all I can say, this movie did a good job presenting the story towards me. Since, to be realistic, I started watching all the first and the second movie with my little brother, since he's the biggest fan of Sonic. Same I, but different aspects, since I'm more into the game or the comic, since they're both different universe, but sometimes the same, depending on the context. All I can say about it, they did a good job writing the story, and I was pleased by it. But the reason I start talking about this is that one of my friends asked me to go to the movie theater with her. So I said, hell yeah, I'm coming with you, girl. Don't let me behind. So we went to the movie theater and predicting what could happen to the movie theater to see if we're right or wrong. And boy, we were kind of right, but kind of wrong at the same time. Since we sometimes like to predict what's in the movie. And let me tell you about the voice. I end up falling in love with the voice character because, in my point of view, I like it. They choose the right voice actor that present that character. Since, here's my take, I like the character sound like the cartoon, not sound like the actor, because sometimes I don't like it. They don't put the effort to make a voice of based on the character. Only they speak with their natural voice. So I'm glad they did a good job trying to make sure this is the right voice for each character of each one. The funny part about between Sonic and Shadow is that they kind of the same but different aspect how they do it. And what I mean by that is that we end up knowing Sonic and Shadow end up losing the person who they love dearly. But the only difference between those two is that Sonic ended up losing his parent, who is Longclaw, who he ended up knowing that Longclaw protect him while he tried to run away to protect himself while going to planet. But the funny part is that on Earth, he ended up finding a family who he loved him dearly. And the funny part about him, he played around with the Donner Lord, who, aka Tom, who have a family with his dog and wife, who they love dearly. And due to that, he started to got the family he wanted the most, who accept him and love him and teach him what it's like to be loved in the right way. While Shadow, on the other hand, was loved, but the difference is that he ended up losing the only person who he loved him dearly the most, and the person is Marita. Maria is Dr. Eggman's granddaughter and Dr. Eggman's cousin, who they're both related to the grandfather. All I can say that Marita is the only person who sees Shadow as a friend, not as a threat. But I kind of feel bad for him because everyone in the military base see him as a weapon, nothing else and nothing more, and see him as too dangerous for Earth. Even though he have a powerful gift, people treat him as an enemy, not as a person. But the saddest part about that, well, they tried to run away from the lab. Maria got an accident that got her killed, and Shadow blamed himself for let Maria die. And due to that, he ended up started to have hatred to all the humans due to the only person who got his only friend taken away. And due to that, he got in prison of the prison council. So he was not able to be awake for, I think, 50 years or 60, depending of it. Boy, Dr. Eggman, I kind of feel bad for him. Me and my friend would kind of feel bad for him the most is because how to say this. We were shocked about that the grandfather did not like him and just using him for his benefit. And me and my friend were saying, yeah, he's going to use him because usually the person who never reach out with you when you're in your childhood, usually they don't put the effort to get to know you, only try to use them for their benefit. So I was not shocked about that. But boy, I feel bad for Dr. Eggman since he was at the end of the series said that you are not like Maria and got treated by the side. I didn't understand Dr. Eggman, especially since he thought that the family would love him who he really is, but not really. But the only person who really loved him, who he really is, was Ancient Stone. Thanks to him, he really loved him who he really is and liked to spend time with him. And the funny part about that part, me and my friend kind of shipped those two. Because I said, that's such a cute couple. If they ever become a couple, we both jinx it. So, yeah. Yeah, I do believe that Ancient Stone is the only person who loved him dearly as a friend for now. Speaking about love, I end up starting to love all the characters of the show. For example, Knuckle and Tail. All I can say is that they both evolved too. Same with Sonic and Shadow. And what I mean by that is that in the beginning, Tail was afraid to fight back until he started to feel confident of himself, while learned to fight back and protect his friends. And same with Knuckle. But the difference is between Knuckle is that he ended up not trusting no one. And I like it how he's willing to learn something slowly, even if he make mistake about it. My favorite relationship about who had the most development is Tom and Rachel. And the reason why is my favorite is because she started to trust Tom the way she's treating Maddie the way she is, even though she believed that her sister could have done better to choose a better partner, but she ended up got proved wrong that Tom was willing to fight Maddie no matter what. And thanks to that, he did not expect that he got invited to the wedding of her. And through the wedding, we end up met the husband. The biggest plot twist of all is that the husband is FBI agent that she did not expect and got lied to and got angry with the husband to begin with, but he said to her that I did always love you and always did naturally. It's just that I was not honest with you about this part. So she started to forget him, but still angry at him. After the third movie, we started to see they evolve and fully accept that part in general. Thanks to the past experience, they end up work together, going to the laboratory to stop the chip to get destroyed. But the problem is it was super protected by the laboratory lab due to no one get robbed the weapon. But the worst part of all, the only person who got past the weapon was Dr. Eggman. Oh my gosh. I don't blame Dr. Eggman because he's considered himself intelligent. I was shocked by that, but not surprised at the same time because that's realistic. But while reaching to the weapon he was going to, he got stopped by Tom Cruise and Sonic, and they start fighting over to get the weapon. But everything stopped when the agent, the FBI agent or the military, tried to stop them not to use it. Due to them walking away, and meeting Shadow, who saw the weapon and started attacking. But due to the accident, Tom got to the way to protect Sonic. And due to that little accident, Sonic started to get angry on Shadow. And due to that, she started to have revenge. And the funny part about this accident, Tom went to the ambulance to the hospital to see if he ended up waking up. And all his friend group of team tell him not to get revenge, since they said that the emerald can affect the way how you feel and you cannot control who you are. And I don't blame them. That's a great group support. It talks about how you need to be careful how you use your power, because power can affect the way you view things unlogically. After that, he told Naga where is all the rubies, all the emeralds of the power. And Naga was against it. Even though he's a person who don't mind violence, he is reasonable when it comes to using the power, since he tell him it's a little dangerous when it comes to having revenge, because it blinds you when it comes to using your power and your reason of choice that can make you regret later. But the son did not listen. He able to find all the emerald he have just to use the power, and start using the power to go to the sky. And you want to know the funny part? The grandfather and the Eggman was in the ship while using the chip on it. And Shadow started the ship with his power while running around with the electric. All I can say is that even though he started flying to there to fight back, Shadow was ready to fight back too. All I can say is it was fantastic fighting battle. For me, on the other hand, I was shocked the most. Even though they both went out of space, Sonic did not expect that Shadow kick his butt, especially take out the power of Emerald that was nearby the moon. He did not expect that, and Shadow started using it and started ready to fight back until Sonic is ready to fight back and kick up the emerald, until he ended up seeing the mistake he did and saw that he isn't a killer. Even though he wanted to get his revenge, he saw that this was not going to solve the problem they have to face the villain of the story. So he understands Shadow and started to get to know him until they end up seeing they are similar but a little bit different. Sorry if my memory is not right, but this is how much I remember in the show. They start teaming up and fight back to them until they end up seeing this is not how Maria wanted to be. You sure that Maria wanted you to destroy Earth, even though Earth takes so much for you, the way you lost your friend? I understand you're hurt. I feel the same pain I was with you. I lost the person who I loved dearly. But I understand you have your reason to become who you really are. So they team up and ready to go back to the ship. And the funny part of all, Dr. Eggman started teaming up with Sonic and Shadow, and the grandfather was ready to fight back until they did not expect the ship was going to overload of it. So they start doing everything impossible to keep it balanced until they end up seeing that the ship's going to explode and going to destroy Earth. So Shadow was willing to sacrifice himself to go to the ship away from Earth due to his power. Sonic was against it. Even his group of team was against it. But he said, no, I'm doing this for Maria. Maria would not want this for the worst. So he left. While Sonic was able to get himself out, he did not expect that the power he had ended up losing energy and falling down until Knuckles starts saving him toward the crash. Same with Tail, since they all were in the battle of the ship to keep him safe. And thanks to Knuckles, he was able to save both of them, safe back on Earth. Due to that, they was able to save the Earth, and they were able to be proud of it. And due to the graduation, they went camping with Tom and Maddie. And the funny part about my favorite theory of this, they said that Maddie dressed up the clothes of each new characters of it. At the beginning, Maggie was wearing 10 color of yellow, and the second, Maggie was wearing red, and the third was Maddie was wearing pink. I like that theory and how cute little detail I have. Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails start playing games. And the games they start to see is seeing how fast they can be without stopping. And Knuckles and Tails laugh a little bit, but they like to challenge themselves to see who's better running. And due to that, they start to race. And the funny part of all, Sonic did not realize what state he's from. And I think, if I remember correctly, he was in New York State. I was shocked. I said, Sonic, you need to be careful how you use your power when you're running around places, because one day later you're going to end up losing yourself. That's my thought process. Until he ended up meeting a metal that looked like Sonic metal. And he was ready to fight back until a stranger saved him. And the stranger I did not expect was Amy Rose. I was shocked about that part, because in my point of view, I did not expect she would come at the end of the movie. But I was happy she's able to show off how badass she is. But I just hope in the next movie that they don't make her as the successful one of Sonic, who was in love with Sonic. No, please make it natural, that let them know each other and let Sonic become assess Amy Rose. And the reason I said that is because I kind of wish you write well-made love story. I don't have nothing against love story. I just want the love story to make sense in my point of view. After that, it went end until the after credit. We end up seeing Shadow survive the explosion, and was shocked about that. Even my friend was shocked, like, oh my god, he's alive? Yeah, that's the one thing we did not expect. And we went back home. Also, here's my dear what could happen to the new movie. The characters I really hope they come, here's the girls I wish they come, is Root the Bat, Cream the Rabbit, Blaze the Cat. Says I want to have girls and guys in this movie, but I don't know. Probably I would be wrong. They will not be in the new movie. But hey, let's see. I'm probably be too stoned to speak. And there are two characters of guys. Saber the Hedgehog, Victor the Crocodile. Oh my gosh, I hope I can end up seeing it, because if not, that would be very interesting to see all the characters that we never got to see the opportunity of. And I hope the movie will shock me to see the different dimension of what Sonic, Tail, and Knuckles from. Because that would be so cool. We see a different dimension of their place, where they're from. Because that would make it interesting, the story. But hey, I'm probably wrong. But I just hope the next time when I ever write the story, I hope I will write a story if I ever got the opportunity with my friend. Because we end up loving the character of the story. Yeah, here's my drawing. I hope you guys like it. Bye!